Okay. Yeah, I'm a fan of good games. I think in our league we need as many good games as possible, competitive, good football, two teams that aren't afraid to go after each other. So I thought tonight was a good game. I've known Peter a long time, so I know what his teams are all about, and I know he's competitive, so I'm sure he's pissed off tonight. But I also think that he knows what a good game is, so I would think he would say the same thing, quite honestly. From our standpoint, when we talk about our football, there's always a package of things that go into it. There's ideas, there's attacking movements, there's how you move the ball, there's trying to win the ball back, all these different things. But part of being a good team is also your mentality and then your ability in hard games to compete and have intensity. So I would say that in our pretty short history, that is the game where we put the most into it from start to finish. Handled the fact that we went down, kept at it, didn't have a goal yet at halftime, but the reminder at halftime is, look, if you can continue to push the game in that way, then you'll win the game. So that's the sign of a team that is going in a good direction. So it's awesome to start the season with that kind of win. Diego did a great job to get us right back to 1-1 early in the second half, and then obviously Dion nailed it. So it was a heavy shot and a great way for us to finish.
Bob, as you said, you guys had to gut it out, go right to the end, win it in stoppage time when there were a lot of chances for you guys just to, come out of here with 1 point. Is this one, and then you beat Kansas City for the first time, is this one of those wins that maybe means more than just the 3 points going forward, and is this what you wanted for your birthday?
I don't spend too much time on my birthday because all the years I've been involved in this, I've never won a game on my birthday. And that's a lot of games, actually. A lot of exhibition games. Guadalajara, Guayaquil, bus trips, everybody trying to be nice to me after a bad game, and I'm ready to knock everybody's heads off. So, yeah, to win on your birthday, yeah, it's better than losing, that's for sure. Look, there's a lot of parts to becoming a better team. But one of the important parts is then knowing how to win hard games. We had a pretty good first season. We played a lot of good football, but I don't think we showed our best in the hardest games last year. I think we were close a few times, but I don't think that was something that we felt good about at the end of the year. So tonight is positive, and hopefully we can build on that.
Speaking about hard games, they had 5 yellow cards coming in at halftime.
Yeah.
They're coming at your players. What do you talk about during halftime? How do you adjust to that sort of game tonight?
We get that game a lot, and then it's up to the referees to make sure that if every time we create any kind of an advantage, if there's a foul, then they have to be able to take control. And so tonight they did. We spoke about the fact that we had to continue to be aggressive. We had to continue to try to go by people, dribble, and that when you have that many yellows at halftime, that's not easy. So we knew that was at that point something that we had to continue to use in our favor.
Coach, back-to-back years.
You can't call me Coach, Gio.
Bob.
Okay. Thanks.
Bob. Apologize. Back-to-back seasons, you guys come back and win in the final minute. What is it about this team, obviously this fan base, to get that clutch win?
Well, the fan base has been incredible from day one, and I mean they're there for us, and we love it, and the sense of how we're all in this together and what we want to be as a team, so that they are excited about our football, proud of what we put into it. Look, that's on us every game because what they put out there every single game is just unbelievable. So, look, that part of it is so special that every time we play a home game, we're all we continue to have that like first game feeling every time. So, and even in the exhibition against Vissel Kobe, it was like, wow, this is something special. So. And then look, once you have them every game right there, loud with you, then you've got to play the kind of football that they appreciate. And so that's what happens with good teams, good clubs, and so we're just trying to make sure that somewhere in our DNA as we keep going forward that is what's happening.
Hey, Coach. I was going to tie on to Gio's question, but talked about the energy that crowd gives you, 32-52, what that means to you. Talk about the energy, and does the team, your players, feel that same energy? Does that inspire them?
Every game is awesome. All right, they are, the work that was done by people inside the club to connect with fans and build a base of support that we knew we could count on all the time. I mean, I give always a big shout out to everybody that was part of LAFC long before I got there. They reached out in every neighborhood. They reached out on every block, and they made sure that we had fans that were going to be there for us. And that is still the case, and we are incredibly fortunate.
Hey, Bob. Last year, you were the most fouled team in MLS. Do you expect that trend to continue? Why are teams fouling you so much?
No, I think we are a team that creates advantages, has an attacking mentality, and now you see teams try to disrupt the way we play. And normally when you disrupt the game, you do it with fouls. You do it when there's an advantage created. You try to stop the advantage. I mean, look, that's part of the game sometime. I mean, we picked up a couple yellows tonight where they had a little bit of an advantage, and we made a foul. So I never complain about those yellows because I think that's how the game needs to be handled by the referees. Attacking advantages anywhere on the field, even if a defender does something to get away from an attacker so that he's looking to play a pass into a midfielder. If somebody from behind is just grabbing him, pulling him, taking him down as he's trying to play a ball forward or trying to take that play and move it on, then for me that's a yellow card every time. And we know that if we do it, we expect yellows. And so, yeah, we see that a lot. Certainly that's something that we're used to by now.
John?
Bob, Diego scored the first goal in 2018 and now the first goal in 2019. How much he has grown here? And related to that, how close are the line of three to the ideas that you want them to put on the field?
Look, all of you saw Diego last year. As the season went on, he got more confident. He got his finishing got better. He's not afraid to take chances, to go by people. And so as an attacker who has speed, who can dribble, who can come inside, I think he's a special player. And we continue to try to challenge him to be better, to not get frustrated if he gets fouled, to make sure that the determination and the confidence to keep doing the things that make him special, that happens all the time. So, we feel really good about that. Our attacking ideas, we work on all the time. Movements, understanding of when to stay outside, when to come inside, trying to get balls to guys on the run so they're not just starting from a standstill, how to get behind teams. We create a lot of advantages, but we still look at many that could be better. So we've got plenty to work on.
Ryan?
Bob, you had a couple of debutantes today. How did you feel Segura did in his first regular season LAFC match, and also the 10 minutes that Peter Lee Vassell received in the midfield?
Eddie's had an awesome preseason. He's alert. He's not afraid to step up, make plays, cover for people. I think his passing gets better every week. So for me, what I saw tonight from Eddie was no surprise. I see it every day in training. He's one of these guys that shows up and just has a positive way about him, takes in information, ideas. He's learning English quickly, but even without understanding everything. He understands football-wise everything that we talk about, everything we want to do. So he's such a bright guy in the way he carries himself, the way he trains, and it's so easy for all his teammates to just see that every day. So it's something that he has that's pretty special. And you know, when he was at Vela, as a young guy, he was captain. They weren't a great team, but he was responsible for making plays, and you could tell that he was a guy who just wasn't afraid. So, yeah, he's had a great start to everything. And Peters, he's a talented young guy, and he's got good feet. I think he gets better every day in training. He can still cover ground. He can get forward. Got to be a little more consistent, and that part of it. But young talent, we're happy to have him.
Well, there 2 or 3 more. Go ahead, Joe.
Bob, with the game tonight going to the last minute and the excitement, and also what happened up the road yesterday with that game, you think it's a perfect opening weekend to get the casual and new fans and momentum going into the new season?
Look, I said it at the beginning today, and I'll say it again. Leagues get judged by the number of really good games. Leagues get judged by the quality of the football, the tempo of games, the intensity of games. We're long past the idea that we judge games just where if there's goals, it's a good game, and if there's no goals, it's a bad game. You know, we are now as a football nation. We understand better, and we need as many good games. And when you have good games, then that means you'll have good rivalries. And obviously, you know, the one with the Galaxy is special. Look, I'm ending the one called El Tráfico? No, it's La Clásico. Okay? So, okay? L.A. La Clásico. Throw that El Tráfico thing out the effing window. Okay? We didn't win one game in El Tráfico. And now it's called La Clásico. And so, look, it's important to have rivalries. We have a great rivalry with Kansas City already. Why? Because they have a really good team. They compete. They try to play good football. And it's a pleasure when you get to play Kansas City. So that's what the league needs.
We got last 2 questions. Go ahead.
Bob, could you talk about perhaps the level of impact or maybe relaxation of being able to start the season at home and not be on the road and, you know, the UCLA trainings and stuff like that? Maybe is there a level of impact that you saw on the team being a little more comfortable being able to start this year here?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're a year old. None of this is new. When guys came in for preseason, they knew what to expect. They understood what kind of football we want to play. The fact that we can work out of our own training facility helps every day make sure that the quality of the work, from what they do before training to video to the stuff that they do for recovery, all those things now are habits for guys. And it's a credit to the performance staff, the guys that are working with me every day. We're pretty proud of the culture that we have. You know, we like to think that when guys show up every day, it's an awesome place to show up. It's good guys. It's good discussion. It's a challenge to play good football, be a good person, treat your teammates the right way. So yeah, we got something special, and honestly, we enjoy that part every day.
Last question, right here.
Hi, Bob. Over the week, you talked with Vela about him being able to play at Messi's level. What do you think about that play in the second half, in with that Messi-like play in which he drove the ball and he passed 1, 2, 3 players? And
That did look
scored.
like Messi, didn't it?
It did.
So when I say I'm crazy for that, I'm not that crazy.
No, you're not that crazy.
Okay, and so yes, Carlos, you know, everybody gives me a hard time. How can you say this to Carlos? All right. I've said that to 2 players in my career. There's 2 guys that I have shown Messi clips and say, look, this can be you. It's Carlos and it's Mohamed Salah. All right? And I think I'm right on both of my choices. So, yeah, Carlos, he's sick of it, but he's going to keep hearing it. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We've got